7 points to allow you to scale your business quickly to $1 million. Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Godar, and my channel helps contractors deliver and clients experience a luxurious everyday life through property transformations. Today we're going over 7 points that will allow you to scale your business to $1 million quickly and efficiently. We've done this in the lawn and landscape industry, and it has been game changing. These are all the things that I wish I really knew this is what I needed to focus on at first, so I didn't have to try all these different things to figure it out myself. Before we get into this, make sure you hit that subscribe button though, and leave a comment below. I subscribed. I want to connect with every single one of you. And if you've got questions on any of this, leave it in the comments. I'd love to help everyone. If you got any other points you want to mention, throw them in there. But let's get right into it. Point number 1 is constant structure building and standard operating procedure building. This means financial, estimating, service, just every little piece that you need to come up with a standard operating procedure on, SOP. It's something that makes it replicatable and where you can hand it to others. You know, just yesterday I shot a video on my computer to show the team, all the people in the office, how to use a new job costing Excel sheet that I created, how to pull the information out of Service Autopilot and how to input it into this. So that's the standard operating procedure. You go to this form, you pull the information and you put it over here. And since I've created this, now everyone's got that forever to use and continue doing themselves. So I don't always have to be the person wearing all the hats and answering all the questions. And that's what standard operating procedures will do for your business in every area. That will allow you to scale and move quicker into the future, just like estimating systems that allow you to get hundreds of estimates out instead of just being able to get a few estimates out in a really, really quick time span. Number 2 is a strong marketing plan. This is huge. I can't emphasize enough how important this is. This is a broad plan that hits on more than just one thing. Word of mouth, if you're wanting to scale quickly, is not enough. It is great, but it is too slow. So you're gonna want to implement things like Facebook, AdWords, other social medias, paper, you know, that can be every door direct, that can be direct mail, that can be door hangers, door knocking, networking. Definitely have a website. A website is huge. You need to get that. That's the hub of everything that draws it all together. And there's so many other things that I haven't even hit on, you know, emailing, doing email campaigns to your client base that's already existing. It's the easiest people to sell back to. All of this needs to be formulated into a plan and an approach that you're going to approach every month so you can continuously grow. And then year on year, as you see your growth, you can see what you spent, how well it worked. You can continue tweaking that, and you can look for the next year. I spent this amount this year. I want to have this big of an increase next year. All of these things worked at this. They had this ROI. So now I can step on the pedal on the things that really worked, and theoretically, based on it, return this year at X amount. So if I spend X amount next year more, I'll get this many more clients. Number 3, a focused sales strategy. What are you selling and who is expected to sell it is what I mean by this. So if you have people on the team, and maybe since you're just starting out, it's just you, and as the owner, you're gonna learn a lot really fast because you want it. But as you grow, you don't wanna fit a round peg in a square hole on who's estimating what. Some people are going to be better at plants. Some people are going to be better at landscape and design. Maybe you're going to make a really easy to scale company and it's just going to be mowing or spraying, and then everyone is going to be able to sell better. But you really need to have a defined plan for who's doing the selling, so they are the right person in the right shoes to accelerate the growth as much as possible, if that's what you're shooting for. Number 4, this is huge, a culture-based company. That's something that we shoot for all the time, is working on our culture, making our culture better, ensuring that everyone is happy and everyone's taken care of. You know, a company that cares for its employees, because that's what allows you to grow into the future. You know, if you just pushing everybody to do the job and you're not focusing on that culture and cultivating the values and the mission that you're aiming for, it will be a never-ending challenge. the correct culture, hiring and firing based on what you're trying to create in a culture, it will propel you for larger growth in the future, quicker, with much more ease. Everyone knows hiring is a challenge, and focusing on culture and continuing to tweak your culture, hire and fire according to that, will be a huge game changer. Because in the end, the biggest thing is building an awesome team of people that kick butt, and you want to continue adding to that. You find good people, you work them up, you show them the opportunity in the company, and you continue growing. You need to cultivate that, and that takes a ton of work. Number 5, if you've watched many of my videos, you know this is so crucial. Know your numbers. This is huge. Whatever it takes to do that. We've got another YouTube video on creating your man hour. We've got a big Excel sheet on jacobgodar.com that you can check out that helps you create a budget and know your man hour rate. Whatever you do, wherever you'll go get the information from, ask me questions, whatever it takes. Know your numbers so you can grow profitably. You know, I see a lot of companies start out and they just charge what everyone else is charging, or they just charge what it takes to make money at that time. We have to plan for where you're going. And so you don't want to estimate a bunch of jobs on how you make money today and what's profitable today. And then 5 years down the line, with those customers, now they're all underbid, or they're not gonna work for what you're intending to grow. You really need to plan for what it is and where you intend to go and price accordingly, because people are charging those rates. People are probably charging more than you think. And there's a lot of ability if you can set yourself apart, offer better service, offer better customer service, do things above and beyond to charge more and be able to be more profitable. Because being profitable is truly the most monumental thing in growing your business. Because if you're not profitable, it's like growing a cancer. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's always bad. There's no good to it. But if you're profitable, it is healthy growth, and it allows you to fund things without as much financing and pay down debts quicker. So that is huge. Point number 5 is probably my favorite point out of this, and do not go light on figuring out your numbers. Number 6, you've heard me talk about it a million times, a strong CRM in place. This is huge. A client relationship manager. We use Service Autopilot. I can list a ton. Real Green, there's free ones, Lawn Pro. I mean, there's so many different options, but find something that works for your business. Like in our industry, and doing a lot of landscaping and maintenance, I know a lot of people use Service Autopilot and LMN together. So you need to find something that will collect all of the client's information so you can build a database. I see a lot of things where people haven't really built up the phone numbers and emails, but as you build those, that's worth so much to you, because now you're able to do bulk emails to upsell and to create more work for your company and continue to grow your company faster. Also, your CRM, I believe it should be does everything kind of package. So Service Autopilot for us allows us to bring them into the front door, document how we heard about them, all their information. It allows us to do email marketing, scheduling, invoicing, the whole nine, the tracking, the tablets out in the field, other than being the actual financial dump, which would be QuickBooks or whatever program that you would like to use. It does it all. So find a great CRM and implement it and use it every day. Number 7, this is huge. This is the one that I want you to learn faster than I did, and that is shoring up your liabilities, whether they be safety, whether they be employees, whether they be with vendors or estimates. There's always a lot of liabilities. As your business grows, your liabilities grow. That's why you pay more on workman's comp, because as your business grows, you pay more for workman's comp as your revenue gets bigger, because there's been more exposure. You know, a bigger business has more exposure to liabilities. You have more things going on that bad things can happen in. You can be sued. You can damage something, get sued by an employee or a customer, or the list goes on and on. There's so many things that can come up. So you really need to look into your documentation, your handbooks, your estimate, your contracts, and have things in place. It took me a long time to implement really using a lawyer to look over things. And now I've realized that every cent I've spent on it has been money well spent to protect my family, my future, and the company for everyone involved. Because a lot of people are making a living off of this company, and that is worth protecting and it's worth doing right. So as your company grows, as your revenues grows, also grow the protection and liability that you're implementing. Shore up your liabilities. So the final part that I said I was gonna throw in here is something kind of interesting. This is my take on what you should take home as an owner at the very end of this. I know in a smaller company, you can make a lot more. So, if you're 100, 200,000, and if you're wearing all the hats, obviously you're gonna be able to take home more because you are replacing a lot of jobs where are not money driving jobs. Other people in the office aren't creating dollars, so that's going to take down from the pie. If you're doing all the office work, all the paperwork, all the estimating, all of those non-revenue producing jobs, you will have a lot more money left for yourself. So the percentage can be much higher when it's smaller, but the percentage I feel like for a larger company that seems right to me, and this is just me, but 10% of the total revenue makes sense. It's what you can take home. I believe that's a scalable number as you grow, and it still leaves profit left in the business if you've set the business up to make enough profit and cover that. So as you grow, 10% looks like a good number that you can take home and continue to have as an owner's pay. So those are the things, that's the huge 7 points that have been game changing for us that I wanted to make sure I shared with anyone. If I left anything out, if you want to know any more, ask in the comments below. Also threw in that little extra of what I think an owner could potentially make and how much success you could have in this business moving into the future. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around to the end, leave a comment below. I'll give that a heart for sure. See you guys.